Recently, something has started messing.
I just tickled myself. I'm like, oh, Mr. Wave. You literally legs, arms, and a head. What the fuck? Oh my god! Firing blanks.
Mine. I spoke that.
Please, you can, and boom.
Oh.
I pressed a random button and it was the button for this thing I'm already on. We offered Side Eye Guy's asshole up to the incubus/succubus. Nothing happened to his bumhole.
It's a noxious odor and it smells pretty rotten, and I've got a strong suspicion it's coming from your bottom.
I get brown and pink mixed up. Fuck off. No. Marilyn Monday. I saw that video. Happy birthday, Mr. Beardo. And chat of sorting laundry, so much laundry. Christmas Day. We're ending in 10 minutes. Turkey battle cry. Beardo looks like a white camp Mr. T. A pitbull. CRL, if you clip that, I
Oh, Beardo!
Fuck
Long
you.
chat. I was about to write in the chat buongiorno.
Scared the shit out of me shouting that loud. Look at this shit. They're in line with my nipples. They're lower than my nipple. Where's my nipples gone? Gun is firing peanuts! Peanuts!
Fire him with your penis, Beardo!
Side Eye Guy. He's that posh. He's like James Bond, but with a sock. I've been stunned. I got him through the stun. I'm getting accused of hacking for that. Good evening, Beardos, Weirdos, Boils and Ghouls. How you all doing? Hope everybody is well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic start to the week. Mrs. Geek is unfortunately getting ready for work. Unfortunately. Right. Look. Is the volume fine? I never know with it this far away from me, but I don't want to get in front of it. You may notice we've got a little addition. The Occult Life sent us a Let's Go Occult Life. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Hello to everybody. I mean, there's 172 people in already. I appreciate every single one of you. Lyra the Raven, good to see you in on time for a change. Have we got any first-time chatters there? Here we are, the best part of your day. Let's go, Lyron. Richard Larson, hello. So happy I made it and missed out due to work on Sunday. Therese, don't worry about it. I was not on fighting fit form on Sunday. I was knackered. Shellfallen Angel, hello to you. Look, I'm still a bit ill, but looking forward to the Shadow People reaction. Alexa, I hope you get well soon. I've seen that you've been quite ill, because you commented a little bit earlier. Jack Britton. Alexa, off. Way to match a top tier sunburn. It makes my face look less red, right? Maybe if I did that, it'll look even less. See? Looks even better now. Posh Pete. Pete is next to me and he's wearing a foil hat. Why do I have an in front of the mount? I have no idea, Kathy. It's YouTube being YouTube. Nothing I've done. You know, I'll be lurking and listening. Gotta make chicken salad. I mean, it's not hard, is it? You chop the salad, you throw the fucking chicken on it. If you're gonna pass my theory test first time, can I get a Possum Pete to celebrate? Absolutely, you can. Bristolian Kiwi, hello Bristol Paranormal Hunters. Alright, me lovers. Do you like my Bristol accent? Was it good? Really cool shirt and Possum Pete looks great. He's joining Hecklefish. What have you done to Possum Pete? Possum Pete did that himself. He's decided that he wanted a foil hat like Hecklefish. Very excited to be here and watch more Hecklefish. Let's go, Angie Metzner. Appreciate it. So if you are tuning in for the reaction, that'll happen at 1:30. We'll do all the hellos and everything first. May I have a Negan? Yes, you may, Chris Williams. Look how polite you are there.
Hot diggity
This kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity. This kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Who loves trumping? Are you talking about farts there? Half a year since you joined the channel, Ann Wilkinson. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. You're getting there, Beardo. I'm getting away. Is Possum Pete unwell? No, he's just chilling out, hanging above the air conditioner, wearing his tinfoil hat. Bring on the fish. Mama Geek, good evening to you. So the video we're looking at tonight is Shadow People. Shadow People and the Hat Man. Who are they? What do they want? And this was a request from Dean Bailey. He said he started watching it, thought it was really good, and turned it off because he wants to do the live reaction. Tinfoil Pete. Good evening to all the wonderful mods. Boss makes $1, I make a dime, so I watch Beardo on the company time. And I salute that. Jennifer Taylor, thank you for the £2. It's not a blouse. It's a horror shirt. Look. Damn it. Talking Bristolian. Alright, me lovers. Thought you said Batman. Wayne. Is Crystal out tonight by any chance? Bitch be stalking me. What's John Patton's favourite farts? Jack Britton, why are you asking about farts consistently? Pete is afraid of alien probing. I mean, he's got something up his ass right now. Part of my teleprompter. My, what a long fifth leg you have, Possum. It's his possum tail. Rude. Kaylee Raven Jones, thank you for the 17 months. Love being a Beardo's Weirdo. You've given me laughs. Hey, I hope your things are doing better for you in your real life. It seems like it is. Is it from Amazon or Temp? Huh? This came from Australia. Loz from Oz sent me this. So I have no idea. My wife is making me homeless soon at wit's end. Can I have a dude bro, please? Greg Probert, absolutely. Shit. Sorry to hear that.
Dude, bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
I mean, at least if it is a troll and he's on about farts, it's kind of funny. Hey, Wakefield, thank you for the 21 months. Getting close to 2 years. Holy poop. Arts and Craft Lady, member for 10 months. Loves the horror shirt. Glowing with your eyebrows. Hey, look how something my nose is. Richard Watt, hello. Right. Crazy Katie, hello. Right, let's do the participants, because I've been too long just chatting shite already. Right, let's go. So tonight we have Alexa on Wheels, Andrew Hills, Angie Metzner, Arts of Craft Lady, Obam, Ben Therese, Big Time Ando, Blue Skull Lissa, Bookie, Bristolian Kiwi, Carrie Ann, Kathy, Keris Appleby, Chef Reilly, Shell Fallen Angel, Sherry Wood, Craig Adams, Crazy Katie, CRL, Dulcet Paranormal Investigators, Emma VQ8NO, Fahab, you beautiful bastard, Granny Dumpling, Granny Dumpling.
Piss off, ghost!
It's Jolene, 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 Jolene. Greg Probert, Jack Britton, Jennifer Taylor, John Tennant, John Boy Patton. Kiboa, Chris Williams, Little Miss Mayhem, Lorraine Nickel, Mama Geek, Maureen O'Connor, Mike's Mysteries, Mickey, Misty G, Mr. Badger Media, Mrs. Bob the Beard, Nicole, Wacky, Nick, Derek, One Annalise, Paranormal Monkey Podcast, Paul Harrison, Punk Koala, Punky Pixie, Purple Ronnie, Railage. It's jumped, Punk Koala, Richard Wyatt, Sam was eaten? Something like that. Sandra BPH UK, Sarah McDonald, Simon U5B. Holy shit, this is jumping a lot. Simon Stevens, Steph Curvo, Queen, Steve Dodsley, Stormy, Chris, Susan Hornby, The Ferret Lives, The Occult Life Media. Thank you for sending your audience over. Visevi? What the fuck is going on? Wayne Dawson and Worlds to Right. So, I watched Paranormal Monkey Podcast. We always start with Paranormal Monkey Podcast last night. It was all about UFOs. I thought it was fantastic. I chatted for the first sort of half hour, and then I kind of dipped off because I was script writing for the video that's coming out tomorrow. Which I hope does better than Mondays, because wow, did me picking on a priest fail epically. But it was still fun to make. You missed Pedro again. His name wasn't on the list, as he commented. If you don't comment, I can't see him. Glasgow Ghost Hunters. I don't know what's going on. Praise for Possum Pete. He doesn't look... Possum Pete is fine. He's just chilling above the air conditioner. He's not used to this heat in the UK. Yep. You can get a 24-hour timeout, I think, there, Jack, because you're contributing nothing. You're just trying to insult John Boy Patton. Don't insult long-term members of this community, thank you. Richard Larson, thank you for the 2 months. Love the shirt, Beardo. Can I get a wee, please? Yes, you can. Keely Raven Jones, 999, thank you. Beardo, things are loads better. Turns out Little Break made me realise I didn't know what I had till I lost him. Now we're back better than ever. Hey, that's fantastic to hear. Awesome. Sometimes you gotta get the you gotta take a break, see what's gone, see if you miss it. I'm glad it's worked out for the better for both you guys and your family. Thank you for the shout out last night. Definitely tin foil hat territory. Yeah, it was an interesting guest. Jack is contributing hot. He's not, because I've timed him out for 24 hours. I'm not having other members. If people want to come in here and insult me, it's part of the banter, absolutely fine, but don't insult the community or you'll be gone for 24 hours. Tried watching the Bob Lassar video, got distracted by the pimple on your nose. You mean that thing there? It's not a pimple, it's a new fucking head. Crazy Ken, good evening. Goddamn, can't we have one funny troll? No. I'm starting to think you might have been a child. Why does everyone have an at before the name of the chat? I don't know. Try not to sleep while working. In that case... What? Why would someone insult John Boy? I don't know, maybe to get a reaction. Or maybe he thought it was funny, maybe learn. Can you insult yourself? I mean, I do it all the time, so have at it. Have at it. Just watched a 4-hour interview with AJ. He knows everything strange. Yeah, somebody sent me a link to it, and I've watched about 40 minutes of it. It's the shirt. Horror icons. We got Freddy, we got Jason, we got Leatherface, Pinhead, Chucky. Notice Scream down there. Got some ghosty handprints. I don't think Chucky's on this one. Chucky's on in this one. Shamai Atrix Blue, Lorraine Nikyle, Abiado, any news on Paranormal Cough, Not So Paranormal World? Yeah, Zach Baggins is a complete asshole. I covered that on Thursday. It's already recorded, I just haven't edited it. And what's tomorrow's about? Oh, tomorrow's about the Warrens. Can I still insult Seg? Do what you want. I hate hot weather. I have a new pair of Ugg boots that need wearing. Oh man, do you know why they're called Ugg boots? Because they're fucking ugly. I mean, I said the same about Crocs. Now I live in them. Justin, do you have a tinfoil banana hammock? Hi everybody, I've been on for a while. Hey, Colin Thomas, how are you doing? Margaret Kieran, 2093, thank you for the €2. Appreciate it. Paranormal Fun, very cool shirt. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. People should start taking fakers to court. I don't know if you guys have watched Kenny Biddle's I'm Annoyed video where he goes out for a walk. It's coming, or somebody is going to get arrested because somebody has taken their own life. So I've done a kind of response to what Kenny recorded and then link back to Kenny's video because basically Zach Bagans goes into a house, plays a DR60 back to a woman, scares the shit out of her to the point where she clearly has some sort of mental breakdown on camera. And he's like, yeah, wear these. Sticks rosary beads around her neck. Absolute. I was going to use a word I don't like to use on this channel. What's 3 DPI videos? It was heartbreaking. At the same time, I was impressed by the fantastic job investigating. Me too. They may be ugly, but they're so comfortable. Warrens and Baggins sound fun. Kinda. Justin has tinfoil assless chaps. He does when he wrestles. Took a fix to call for misleading, fraudulent getting money. I believe if a paranormal investigator was to go into someone's property, cause some form of emotional damage or PTSD, and that person could prove that they staged or faked the evidence, then they could probably sue them. Which is why more and more channels have got for entertainment hidden somewhere. I think it's not to keep the debunkers off their backs. Because if you look at Smug Puppy, he's still saying that he's never been debunked and he's real and all the rest of it, yet his content is fake as fuck. I think he's only got that disclaimer in case somebody tries to sue him. Check out the Merkins, not sure if it's spelt right, but they do cover songs in character for most of the people. I've seen it. Because about 100 people have sent me the Backstreet Boys cover. Don't know how he can be so cruel. It's fucking horrible. Some people are in court over locations, and I suspect someday I will be as well. We won't pull out punches or placate owners. I mean, me and Justin recently did a location together, and when we've done our research, we never combined our research, but when we got there, and we were discussing our research, we both came up with the same thing. The building's not as old. And the judge that's rumored to be there, we can't prove was there. We can't prove a lot of the history, to be fair. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. But things that are stated as fact may not be fact. Gail Watson, thank you for the 10 Canadian dollary dues. Thank you very much. No, that's Australian dollary dues. Canadian dollars. Isn't Ryan Buell a scammer? Yes. He took money from people for a haunted tour, never put the tour on, took the money, stuck it up his ooter, got high as fuck, and then went into rehab. And now he's doing it all again. I don't know if he's on drugs again. But he's touring with the Annabelle doll, getting paid for it. You'd think that if you had a bit of a problem with drugs, and the paranormal placated or paid for that, you'd stay the fuck away from it. Can you ban me, Beardo, and completing my Christmas shopping? Christmas! August! Out! You won't find that disclaimer on Ghost Adventures episodes. It's only the TV in the UK and some paranormal YouTube channels have got it. Is Ryan Buell still around? He's up. Yeah, he's making a comeback with not the Warren Foundation. The other clueless idiots, Nespa. The Easter eggs will be in the shops after Christmas again. Halloween stuff's already out. We need Halloween for... Absolutely, you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, because now I have to celebrate that because of my American friends that support the channel and my American moderator. My American friends, so we celebrate Thanksgiving now. We do a stream. I dress up as a fucking inflatable turkey for 4 hours. It was ridiculous, but it was fun. And then we straight into Christmas. You made another Y-Files reaction? Yes, you did. Halfway done with the Christmas shopping. Jesus! The popularity of going into abandoned places generally fear that someone's going to get seriously hurt or killed by the property or disgruntled owners. I mean, most of us know my reasoning for not doing them anymore was because of the Spoongate. Where if those 3 guys had turned, considering the 3 of them had shillelaghs, which are basically sports bats in their hands, me and real evidence would have been fucked. Misty G, I'm sick. I want to say hello from Louisiana. Hello to you, Misty G. Get well soon. I'm looking forward to investigation start. We had 2 months off and the team readjusted. Had to drop a member unfortunately, but the team has had a revamp. I'm really excited. Wish us luck. Good luck with it. Welcome back. Crazy Katie, thank you for the £5. I don't know why YouTube changed my name, but I'm Katie K too. Rawr. 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 Sharel, I did not. Saw mince pies and Christmas cake and a few other festive foods in Morrison's. My God, they'd be out of date by then. Reach Rob 1. Hi guys, Mr. Beard, I'm lurking in the background watching on the telly box. Appreciate you. Just put the kid to bed. What did I miss? I read everyone's names out. Got loads of them wrong. Banned somebody for making too many fart jokes, but seemingly targeting one of our wonderful members of the community. And people started talking about Christmas. We are putting the nail in that shit until December. Love Halloween, beats Christmas every time. I'm torn for Halloween this year. I've been asked to go on an investigation to somewhere that I've never been before on Halloween for a 16-hour lockdown. Daniel Green, hello to you. I don't know why there's an at Jennifer Taylor. That at is new, right? Chris Rice, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Bring on Halloween. Cancel Christmas. Hey, listen. In December, I fucking love Christmas. But you can't just cancel it. Wayne Dawson. Your hot sister's banning you.
You've been panned.
My dog just scanned the room looking for what was making that roar. Some people's dogs go nuts at the roar. I've been sent videos about it. Good evening, feeling sad. Please could I have my first ban? Ali DB. Stop being sad. You're banned. You don't need to dress up for Halloween. Oh. By the way things are going by Christmas, the selection boxes will only have a couple of chocolates in them. What? That has been on for 2 to 3 weeks now. Bob the Beard, hello to you. That beard better be making a comeback. Got your doggo's costumes sorted for Halloween. Halloween this year, we may have to do the stream the day before. But we'll do the same thing where everyone sends in their costumes to Discord and we'll show the photos and stuff. My birthday's Halloween. I'm also torn as to what I should do. Get shit-faced and dress up. YouTube add in at to people's shorts without asking. Or AI to people's shorts without asking. Are they? Is that true? Don't need to dress up for Halloween either. If you open the door to trick-or-treaters, they'll run away screaming in terror. Carry on. Absolutely not. Hey, Wilter writes, congratulations. Had my first photography book published. Let's go. PNC Para History. Hello. Loving that new logo, by the way. Love dress up for Halloween. I did Mystique. What? See, what? Punky Pixie, if you weren't here last year and the year before, we have everyone that's in the Discord community send in the costumes and then we show them on stream. It's a little bit of fun, you know? So, tomorrow's video about the Warrens. Remember I pulled the live stream because I made some jokes and then I re-edited the video and put it back up. I made certain jokes about Ed and I was like, shit, I'm going to get in trouble for that. I've kind of remade them and put them in the video because I'm like, fuck it. As long as I say allegedly, it's fine. Tomorrow's video might get me in trouble. Maybe you know, there's 4 of us in here whose birthday is Halloween. That's epic. Mrs. Geek's not far off Halloween. Selection boxes will end up being sugar-free in the size of... See, I don't like chocolate, so it's absolutely fine. Have to join the Discord, sounds good. If one of the mods could pretty please post the Discord link, I'd appreciate it. YouTube keeps doing it on more streams, then stops using the handles just as abruptly. I don't get it, it's confusing. Because it changes some people's names to whatever they started YouTube. Some people use their real names and then change it for privacy, and this kind of ruins it. North America has Halloween, of course. Do you all have any similar celebrations around the world? I mean, the UK has Halloween, Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day. The only date that's different is Mother's Day. It's different in America to the UK, but I believe Father's Day is the same day. But you know, Romford is famous for Steve Davis and the brewery. Thank you. You should ban yourself for not liking chocolate. Hey, do you think I got these abs? Oosh! Just in time, we're not start the video breakdown yet. No, we have not. We'll be talking cack for a couple of minutes. Take that mask off, Beardo. It's not Halloween yet. Put the mirror down, dumbass. My neighbour is having a Halloween party. I'm stoked, but I haven't an idea what to dress up as. Maybe a ghost hunter? You just gotta wear black and do this. November the 5th? It's bonfire night. It's only the UK that celebrates that, right? YouTube having bad ideas since February 2014. I think it's been longer than that. I already know what I'm going to be for Halloween. I'm happy to be. We're going out to party. We're both going to be dark witches. Let's go. Blame ET for making people in the UK start a trick or treat. I loved trick-or-treating when I was a kid. Used to do penny for the lantern. We do penny for the guy. Yeah, we do Guy Fawkes. We do Guy Fawkes in the UK. Is that celebrated everywhere else? Last guy to go into Parliament with honest intentions. Abs of the silent fl. Yes. Did trick-or-treating the same? Yeah, I'm sure my mum said she did trick-or-treating when she was a teen. And she definitely wasn't a... Yeah, that was definitely before E.T. Halloween is now the worst time to go looking for spooks. It's too busy. Read a bedtime story with my boys. We'll be back in a bit, I hope. Nasrin, no worries. Possum Pete, he's just getting some cool air off the air conditioner, even though the UK is actually cooled down. Penny for the lantern. Penny for the guy. You used to sit outside a shop with your old tracksuit bottoms and a jumper and a carrier bag. Stuffy with shit. Say penny for the guy. People give you money. Basically begging. But for kids. And penny for the lantern, I guess you knock doors and do it. Go Zap Baggins. That would be scary. Flat bill, black hat, glasses. Hey. A lot of my old shirts are very tight. I could do Zap Baggins. I'm not dressed up as Lurch this year. No, Mama Geek dressed up as Lurch, including wearing Mrs. Geek's New Rock boots, but she added plinths to them to make it even taller. I opened the door, didn't have a clue who she was. And then she fell off them and absolutely smashed her knee to pieces. Salem was too busy as well on Halloween. Oh. Beardo was going as Penny for the Barry guy. Penny for the Barry guy would be easy. With a stab vest. It looks like he's got bullet casings in it now as well. I don't know what they are, but it looks like bullet casings. And I think he thinks he looks hard as nails. Barry guy, you do not look hard when you do the following. Huh, Ian. I've been attacked by a ghost. Fuck off, dickhead. Remember trick-or-treating, one chap said treat, so he set his edge alight. I later became a guilty firefighter. Jesus. Correct, Sam Hain, Bonfire Night is a celebration of Guy Fawkes in the UK. Use your beard as a bomb. Fire up in smoke. Set fire to the beard. When are we having a beer? What? Oh, you talked to somebody else. Davina, thank you for the 28 months. Appreciate that, Davina. Wait, Davina, are you Helena M by any chance? Has YouTube done that to your name as well? Good to see you too. How's your mum? I wish I was around to see John Carpenter's Halloween at the cinema. I wish I was too. It would have been epic. I haven't seen the new Conjuring movie. I have seen the trailer and it looks really good. I can separate fact from fiction. Or fiction from fiction. But I've still got a video coming out about it tomorrow just so I can take more shots at the Warrens bullshit. It is almost time for the Y-Files, indeed. 12 months of physio on my knee. All to get drunk, dressed as a fucking lurch. Beardo, love the shirt. Thank you, Wayne Dawson. Appreciate it. My laugh got me an early Christmas and birthday present. Shiny white Audi A3. Fucking hell, check out you. I'll take, what do I want? I'll take a camper van. What 80 grand will do it. Barry guy going for the British version of the Winchester. Not even close. Should have a Barry guy fake stay, not Guy Fawkes. I haven't seen Weapons. Beardo said penny for the Barry guy. Yeah. Looks like you had a big O over Ian. What? Hello, Beardo. Long time no see. Rebecca Sunshine, how you doing? And a beer with Beardo. I'll have a beer with you. Don't know what's going on. The handles changed. Do you use StreamYard? No. Well, I do, but only when I have guests on, which is 3 times. Need some new horror movies to watch. I watched everything I can find. Fair. I'm a beer ghost wiener. I have a shadow person in my home about 4 AM every morning. Does the same thing every time. Walks out of one wall into another. Only seen through reflections. Doesn't show on cams. Why? I have no idea. I'd love to see it, though. Can I have a Cartman, please, for Jack Beardo's birthday every day? Hey, I'm the only one with a birthday every day. But yes, you can. When I find it.
How would you like to suck my balls?
Just check the clips after the stream. Oh, what have you done? That reminds me, we need to check the location for camping. Back in 2 minutes. Still listening? No worries. No worries at all. Only did 6 months hairdresser in college, guess I finished the course now. Fair. Is that new ink, Beardo? The Screaming Skulls up my arm I had done about 6 months ago. The Demon about 7 months ago. I haven't had anything since. Right, let's get this link. So I'm going to pin to the top of the chat the link to the Y-Files episode, because it's very good, I'm told. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Possum Pete put himself there, and he put the hat on himself. It's his tinfoil hat. Can we Mary, please? Yes, you can. Get him in now, because,
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
Jan Robson, unfortunately, I can't control Crystal. I try not to speak to her. She scares me. Can a shadow be considered a person or a screen of a front door? What? I'd love a video about your ink and the stories behind them. What do you mean that thing? It's Possum Pete. But he's wearing a tinfoil hat. Sheesh. Respect the possum. Respect the possum. I do still have a Zach button.
Hello there. How you doing? You come here often?
Every day.
Oh, why is that?
I work here.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking twat. Wankers.
You don't jealous, be Switch Warlock. It has some white binding and you have the full black one. Unfortunately, it's the jack has ripped out of it. Can you get a Possum Pete? We'll do a Pete and then we're getting into the reaction. Does a shadow person have to be on a wall, I'm asking, or moving through? I believe a shadow person. Now, as we're getting into this, I have seen the hag, but it has facial features, but it's a solid just lack of anything. It's just a black mass, but this has facial features the way I've seen it when I suffer with sleep paralysis. Helena, thank you very, very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Very kind. Thank you very, very much. 3 big tatties. Definitely Scottish, aren't you? Barbara the Alien, Claire B, hello, hello, hello. Pissy Pete, guess an anal pro... Possum Pete. What's a sponsor? Is it something to do with your AA? No, it's Stream Elements. It sees everyone that gifts and everyone that gets a gift as a... Mrs. Geek, was it? Watch your fucking mouth when it comes to my wife. Leroy. Leroy! Pow! Motherfucker. My wife isn't a hag. The ferret lift Samhain is a pagan sabbat. And answer. Oh, that's gone. I was reading that. Saw a hag once. All right, though. We're now divorced. Thanks, Justin. I'm glad the face on album with red locks in face is moved from sight because it kept me out. Couldn't look your way when... Huh? I'm so lost. Right, let's get into it. Y-Files linked at the top of the chat. Let's go. Shadow people.
Here's how it happens. You're drifting off to sleep, or maybe you wake up in the middle of the night. You feel a presence in the room. You see something out of the corner of your eye. You try to look, but you can't move. You try to call out, but you're unable to make a sound. There's an invisible weight on your chest. Even breathing is difficult. You strain to look, and then you see it. The shadow of a person. You can't detect any features, but every instinct you have tells you this entity is not friendly. You hear a light hum, maybe a rush of air, and the dark entity vanishes.
Never had that. Never had the hum or the air. Just this overwhelming fear being completely paralyzed. You can just move your eyes, and most of the time I just feel a presence. But on a number of occasions, I have seen the woman. It's fucking horrible. I know what it is. I know there's a scientific explanation. Yet there was a documentary, and I've not been able to find it. It was on Amazon Prime, dealing with night terrors, and there was just this one scientist was like, it could be real. Scared the shit out of me. The Hat Man is what looks like the Babadook. Had it, it's terrified. Yeah, a lot of people get it when they're stressed. That's why I haven't had it in ages.
You've just encountered a shadow person. Now, this one was pretty benign, but there are some shadow people sightings that are more intense, more real. These encounters can be traumatic and in some cases, violent. I should know because it happened to me.
Oh, he's had a violent encounter. Never saw a hag, but used to get sleep paralysis. I wonder how many people in the chat have had sleep paralysis and how many have actually seen something. Because I think seeing the hag or the Hat Man or shadow people is quite rare, whereas the sleep paralysis and the fear and the feeling of being watched is quite common. Don't believe in shadow people, believe in sleep apnea?
Every culture has their own paranormal legends. Asian cultures, European, American, and so on. Some myths exist in cultural subsets like religions and individual countries.
If there's a scientific explanation, why is everyone seeing the same thing and the hag? It's one of the questions I had. Right, let me change screens a second. We'll get back to the video. I'm going to actually set a poll. Start a poll. Back up. How do you spell sleep paralysis? Right, ignore my spelling. Paralysis. Paralysis? I think that's it. Nope. Yes, so Batman. Right, there you go. Start poll. There we go. Poll is up. Screen share back on. Let's go. I haven't had sleep paralysis, but I can't see shadow people when I'm awake. Is it corner of the eye? Because there's a few scientific things that can cause that. I've had it because I basically went blind in my left eye for about 8 hours a couple of years ago. And it was basically, you see the little floaters in your eyes? There was a big one of them in my eye, and it got in front of my vision. You had sleep paralysis and saw the ghost with the sheet over his head. Okay. But the feeling of someone crawling up over me in bed, pinning me into my duvet, scared the shit out of me, didn't see anything. So I've had that feeling, but saw the hag. Beardo, I've seen the Hat Man, but not while suffering sleep paralysis. Oh. I can only put 4 options on, I'm afraid. We'll keep an eye on the
Even
poll.
small towns and neighborhoods have their own legends. People raised in Michigan might not know what a chupacabra is, but they've heard of the Dogman. Americans might laugh at the story of Krampus, the evil version of Santa Claus who is half goat, half demon and punishes children, but mention him to kids in Germany or Austria, and they won't find it funny. Visitors to Ronkonkoma, New York enjoy swimming in the clear lake in the middle of town, but locals don't go in the water out of fear of Tuscawanta, the Algonquin princess who drowns one young man every year in search of true love.
I've watched a documentary on that lake as well. And a lot of it is to do with boating accidents, rip tides, and people drinking on the lake and then going swimming.
Or the crab cat.
The what?
No, the crab cat. All goldfish are afraid of him.
Yes, my poll
He's
is
half
up.
crab, half cat, who works in a sushi bar in the underworld.
They have sushi in the underworld?
Before the crab cat appears, you hear him sharpening his blade, and the room will smell like sake. If the crab cat catches you, he meows, omakase! Then he cuts off one of your fins, and you spend all of eternity swimming in circles.
Circles? Oh, because he cuts off one fin.
Fear the crab cat! Fear the crab cat.
Peckled fish rules. Some people don't like him, and I don't understand it. If you go to hit the link, the channel linked in the top of the video, there's a shop store where you can actually buy him. Sorry, I've just seen that. Bucky Joe Nichols, thank you very, very much for the membership. Really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Davina, no idea. It's doing it to everyone this time, not just some. So
whether a chupacabra, evil Santa Claus, or a crab cat, these stories couldn't be any more different. But one legend is universal. Shadow people. Shadow people are seen in every culture on Earth. And shadow people encounters have been happening for thousands of years. And of all the
followed your channel.
Thank you for the follow. I don't know why I'm getting voice alerts all of a sudden. We only saw a full form of a shadow person. Wasn't a shadow on the wall, a person that was all black. It's like the absence of anything. Fear the crab cat. A notification bot in Discord, the Wi-Files is called Crab Cat. That's epic. So far, I only noticed when YouTubers use StreamYard, not directly YouTube. Yeah, I'm not directly through YouTube. I am using OBS Studio.
Thousands or maybe millions of shadow people encounters over the years, the descriptions are eerily similar. Most often, they appear as nothing more than silhouettes. They lack defining characteristics.
Now, see, he's got the shadow and he's got the witch there. None of these are really what I saw. I guess I saw that, but with long, scraggy hair and like really pointed features, like a typical Halloween witch. I've seen that on a number of occasions. Not many, but I have.
You can feel that there are facial features there, but you can't see them. The majority of shadow people sightings happen when you're in bed at night, though they have been seen outside, especially in dark wooded areas. But a few shadow people have been seen in broad daylight. It's not uncommon to hear a humming or a buzzing or a whooshing sound when a shadow person is present.
I've never heard those sounds. My wife saw a full-blown shadow person in this house years before I moved in. And he walked from under the stairs around the dining room and into the kitchen, scared the absolute shit out of her. My daughter has also seen it when she was a child, but she was never she was never aware. We didn't tell the kids of the things that go on here, not to scare them. Creepy.
And some people hear electricity, and some people hear the shadow person whispering or even screaming in their ear. In most cases, the shadow people will disappear when you see them. They'll zip into a corner, fly through a wall, or just fade away.
So the bloke in the trilby hat and the long cloak. Yeah, a lot of people see that. You saw full facial features and you heard the deep buzzing. See, I've never heard a noise. Ever. Not even like... A lot of people report like heavy breathing. I've never heard that either. Shadow people eat shadow snacks.
But in some rare cases, shadow people don't disappear. They become more clear and detailed. And in very rare cases, shadow people can be violent.
I'm fully aware of a story by somebody that believes it to be 100% true, where they were actually violently shaken on their bed. And the first time I heard it, I was like, some weird form of sleep paralysis. But then a few other people have had the same experience. It may have been Paranormal Monkey Podcast where they were talking about it, and a few people have had the same experience.
Hey, Jane Hecklefish. The first attached image was from the West Virginia Penitentiary in Moundsville, West Virginia. It's a really tricky place that my paranormal team and myself have investigated many times. This was captured in the cafeteria by our night vision camera. We investigate in complete darkness and heard movement behind us. The camera captured this figure, and it's known to haunt this location.
Now, while you are in complete darkness, your video camera has got a little LCD screen. And if that's open, there's light off that. But an infrared camera works off projecting out infrared beams. Now, you can't see with your own eye, but through a camera, capturing that is possible.
Second attached image was caught by Oakmont Paranormal in a joint investigation of the Andrew Carnegie Library and Music Hall in Pittsburgh. It looks to have glowing eyes. The lady sitting in front of the figure called our attention to the movement around her and said that she was feeling sick.
That's the shadow person of Fred Durst. Look, it's got a backwards baseball cap on. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. My guess is a mimic. Hashtag stop the shadow people hate. Fuck them shadow bastards. Oh.
We're going to do a complete walkthrough.
We're going to talk about the ghost of Carmel, Maine and how full of shit he is, and there was a sheet in a window that he pulled with a string.
Hope you guys say something or do something. Oh my God! No! Oh.
The first debunk I ever saw on this was from Dan Dalf. It was one of the first videos I watched, World of Mr. Grey. Where, not that shadow figure specifically, but there was a shadow figure in the window and it zips under the bed. And Dan Dalf's like, there's a jerking motion with the camera, like he's pulled away. And this thing looks like a flat black bag or a hoodie or something that's been pulled. I thought it was such a good debunk. And now that we know Jimmy from Ghost Quest has been to this house on numerous occasions and has come to a conclusion. Very, very easily explainable. Dan Dalf has explained this. I've explained this. Biddle's explained this. I think all of the bunkers have, come to think of it. These Ring doorbells, Esviz, whatever brand you've got. Sean Carter, how you doing? The focal point of the camera is kind of narrow and it's there. And anything back there that's not like... You've got a reflective surface, you've got lights there. Anything that's past... I mean, look at this tree, you can barely make it out. So if something moves with any sort of speed across there, the camera will struggle to pick it up. That looked like two people just jogging. Our Ring doorbell has never captured a fucking thing because we've put it on the highest quality setting. If you drop the quality of your Ring doorbell or your CCTV, you'll see shit like this all the time.
The Choctaw have been in America for almost 4,000 years. They were among the 5 civilized tribes as described by Europeans, meaning the Choctaw had an organized and advanced society. They had a high literacy rate. They had centralized governments with written constitutions. They had a merchant class and would trade with other tribes as well as with Europeans. The Choctaw would accept white and black people into their tribes through marriage. And despite all these modern sensibilities, the Choctaw had a rich mythology. They have a story about the Nalusa Chito. This is a shadow being who appears when someone allows evil thoughts to enter their mind. The Nalusa Chito appears while they're sleeping and devours their soul. These entities are so terrifying to the Choctaw that to this day, many people will not say the name. The Choctaw also have Nalusa Philea, which literally translates to long black being. This is a shadow.
Is this another tribe's version of the Skinwalker? We'll try to one day, I will, but obviously not now. I've been poked on my shoulder once. I was home alone, woke up, saw nothing, was creeped out. See, if you're sleeping and you experience something, be skeptical of it. Especially if you're sleeping, because that bit between in a deep sleep and awake, your brain is sometimes trying to catch up and it can play tricks on you and it can give you feelings that are not there. I'm installing bright infrared floodlights when I buy my own place to let the night vision CCTV work better at night. I mean, the CCTV cameras we've got, they're on a PTZ track and zoom, and the infrared they throw off is incredible.
shadow person who lives in the woods and appears at dusk to torment hunters and children who stray too far from camp. Cultures from all over the world have similar legends. Medieval Europeans fear the incubus who assaults women while they sleep.
Great band, though. Great band.
The succubus assaults men. The word nightmare comes from ancient Germanic or Norse. A mare or mara is a demon that sits on your chest and tries to strangle you while you sleep.
That's probably the most famous image of it, right? That little bastard, eh?
This creature is known as Kikimora to Russians, Czechs, and Poles. Even the Sumerians 5,000 years ago told stories of the Alu. The Alu roams the night searching for victims who are asleep. The Alu can paralyze you, possess you, and put you in a coma. In Arabian and Islamic mythology and theology,
you believe skinwalkers are land guardians. In the Navajo, they were witch doctors. What does the vote say? Right, so far the votes are: have you experienced sleep paralysis? 263 votes. Yes, just the feeling, 46%. No, 44%. Yes, saw the hag, 5%. Yes, saw the hat man at 5%. I'll leave that run for a bit longer while people are coming in. That's quite surprising. No. Don't end the poll. More people have had it than not. I knew it was quite common. I didn't know it was that common. Would a Ring doorbell just have a scary long-haired girl coming onto the screen? Samara, you bitch! Get off my lawn!
Jinn are supernatural creatures created from smokeless and scorching fire. Many Muslims believe the jinn are real.
You just have to shout Mish Miller and kick doors open at them. There's sleep paralysis, and I've had a Slenderman type figure with claws in it. My brother's dog is a succubus. He had a plushie toy that he used to...
An individual member of the jinn is known as a jinni, and this is where we get the word genie.
Oh, like rub the lamp, genie?
Yep. Oh no.
Prince Ali, mighty as he, Ali Ababa. Strong as 10, regular man, definitely. He's faced the galloping hordes, 100 bad guys with swords. Who sent the goons to their lords? Why, Prince Ali.
Oh, that was fucking great. I know how stupid it is. That was fucking great. I've known a few people have sleep terrors and sleep paralysis. I used to have night terrors when I was much younger. That's where the inspiration for Freddy Krueger came from. There's a few things that were the inspiration for Freddy Krueger. The Hat Man from Sleep Paralysis, also something that Wes Craven saw when he looked out of a window. There's a guy in a fedora. He was looking at him, and then the guy looked up and just stared at him. And stayed until Wes Craven backed away. And that's where that element came from as well. It's in Never Sleep Again, the documentary, which is incredible. It's about 5 hours long. I'll eat that stupid fish with some chips. Jennifer Taylor. You have night terrors quite often. Wake up, punch in the air. Beto, please don't get a fish. We could Possum Pete. I've just got to learn how to animate him. I've tried. I've got the assets to make his mouth move. I just, for the life of me, can't work out how to do it.
Oh, you didn't see that coming?
I did. I was just hoping to avoid it. The jinn are typically invisible, but when they want to be seen, they can take any shape they want. They're often seen as large, shadowy figures. Jinn are able to take control of a human's body, but they can only do this if the victim is in a weakened state. Feelings of unhappiness and depression can make someone vulnerable to a jinn. Jinn have free will and can be either good or evil. The good ones will support, assist, or protect humans, but the evil ones, they can kill you.
No. No. We used to have fish. We didn't forget to feed them. Walk to the aquarium shop, show them hecklefish and say, I want that. I'm up for it. So do the shadow people have to have a hood or a hat? Are they considered evil? What about other shadow figures? I think it's more to do with the feeling that you get when you encounter one. I don't know if encounter is the right word, because I believe, for the most part, in the scientific method behind it. But there's a part of me that's like, how do we all around the world see the same thing? Because you get sleep paralysis, don't see any figures, just nothing looks right until I settle again, then it's all proper place. Can sometimes turn into a lucid dream. Yeah, that's definitely sleep paralysis. Possum Pete is fine, but that fish is annoying. Mother-in-law or not, I will ban your ass if you talk about that fish like that again.
At a job site, there were more than a few of them. Could never look at them straight on or they would vanish. The dogs reacted to them every time they appeared. Everyone at the job site saw them.
Why would the
The
dogs
site
react?
was up in the Northern California foothills near Copperopolis. This area was active Native American
10 rat. I don't care what they want. They can leave my booty hole alone.
territory. Also was very active during the gold rush. I would be sitting in a chair in the guard shack looking down the long driveway when something would catch my eye in my peripheral view. If I turned forward to it, it would vanish. If I focus my view down the road, I can see the outline of a person, mostly like a shadow, as if the apparition absorbed light rather than reflect.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Absorbing light. That's what I meant. Clean fish tank with fairy liquid. Oh dear. Insidious is based on sleep paralysis, thinking out of body or lucid dreaming. Yeah.
Part of our pass downs involved sharing what the shadow people did during that shift. Too many corroborated witness accounts to write it off.
That's just those guys that shout Mish Miller and shit all the time, though, innit? They're all full of a cack. Bad CCTV. It's just a person.
The f is this, man?
Americans.
The fuck is this, man? Leave Beato's pet chocolate starfish. Hey, Wanderer. I absorb no souls, no weight. I suck out. Have you seen this new trend recently of I acknowledge no evil? Or words to that effect in videos? Do people believe that demons can come through videos now? Who thinks the fish is annoying? Give Beardo the middle finger. Mods, sort Mama Geek out on your own head, Beard.
Are familiar with the Vietnam War, the proxy war between Cold War superpowers that lasted from 1955 to 1975. But what about the Laotian Civil War, which happened at the same time? It was fought.
I don't know if it was the same with anybody else, but a hot man used to be at my window. My curtains were That's Craft Lady. You should have let him in. He was there for a stupping. You mean Hat Man? That's what was he outside the window or in?
Between the Kingdom of Laos, supported by the United States.
They think they can travel through the screen. I hold the Paranormal Files personally accountable for that. No, thanks mods. Never Beardo, shout rank shoot. Thanks mods.
And its allies against Lao communists. It's also known as the Secret War in American intelligence circles because CIA recruited thousands of fighters from the local Hmong population to hold back the communists. Well, the Secret War did not go well for the CIA. The Hmong people became refugees and thousands of them fled to the United States. When the Hmong arrived in America, suddenly young, healthy men were dying in their sleep. Over 100 men died this way, and doctors had no idea what caused it. But the Hmong did know what caused it.
This was also part of the Nightmare on Elm Street story or law. Beardo, you're banned. Can't ban me! Bastards. I feel like after I wrote the doll video from Sam and Colby, I got... They've never been good. This is getting fishy. Yeah, keep your goats coming. Keep your votes coming in on the poll.
They believe in an evil night spirit that sits...
Steph Curry Queen, wouldn't mind a hot man outside my window. Steph.
Sits on your chest until you suffocate. They call it a pressure demon. But as long as you're faithful to your rituals and keep your ceremonial objects near your bed, you're safe. The Hmong believed that they were being punished by shadow entities for leaving their homeland. To this day, there's no medical explanation as to why all these young men died. When this story appeared in the LA Times, Wes Craven was inspired to write.
Absolutely my favourite horror film of all time. Absolutely terrified me. I just did. Beardo, yet again, is left in the cold with no support. Bare ass hanging out. I know. John Boyd Marillion, a good mate. The milk tray man. Beardo said that. I didn't. Keep the goats coming. Yeah, I know. Beardo, I don't have any goats to give. Sorry, Jenny Twigs. But go and get one.
A Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger is actually based on a shadow person. And as frequent as shadow people encounters were throughout history, it seemed to be a fringe phenomenon, something that happened in faraway lands and ancient civilizations. Nobody knew how common shadow people sightings were. But all of that would change in 2001 when shadow people would go mainstream.
Ooh. When I was on active duty in
First watch at 10, did not sleep that night. I didn't sleep for a long time after it. Well, I looked at that face and I thought he was a young Elvis, not Nancy. Do you know what? I've got a t-shirt of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know who's in the poster, in the t-shirt image, but it's not Nancy. Even some of the film covers, it doesn't look anything like Heather Langenkamp, and I don't know why. If it was a hot man, I would not be so bothered, but it was the Hat Man and I spelt it wrong. We knew. We were just, you know, doing our thing.
The Marine Corps
Darkani, 10, and it did that to you. I was 4 or 5, maybe 6 when I watched it.
At Camp Pendleton, California, I had an encounter with a shadow person. Late at night on a weekend, I was alone in the barracks, stone cold sober. My roommate was on the other side of the base.
Made you think, though, Nightmare, if a bad spirit or demon had control in real life? Fuck yeah. I think what scared me as a child was I was too young to understand that Freddy was a burn victim and was in the real world, but I understood he was killing the kids in their sleep, and that terrified me. And then when I got older and I watched it again, it scared me all over again because I was like, holy shit. Revenge. Sleep demons. Ugh. Your sleep is like the safest you should be, and this guy's killing you in it. With finger blades.
As I go to bed, I turn over and slightly open my eyes. At this point, I see a shadowy figure come out from my roommate's closet and walk to his bed. I could see arms and legs moving. I see it literally crawl into his bed, and clear as day, I see the thing turn over like it was looking at me. In a panic, I back into the wall, never blinking and staring at what I just saw. I grab my phone and turn the flashlight on, only to see the bed empty. A few weeks later, I finally tell my roommate what I saw, and he was speechless and said he saw something similar a few days before I told him.
At that point, you just full on evacuate your bowels. A black hand in the toilet in school? I don't know what that is. If only you'd really pull Johnny Depp into his bed. Oasis are the worst Beatles cover band. Freddy Krueger was a tuber. People believe and fear him until he became real. The legend becomes true and people die. Well, that was the thing when I watched A New Nightmare. New Nightmare scared me with Freddy all over again because of the tuber or tulpa, and the fact that the actors and the writers and directors playing themselves believed in it or was scared of him so much they actually brought a real sleep demon that took the guise of Freddy Krueger. I did not sleep too well that night. That shadow bastard. He's carrying a camera.
Find something. If somebody's in there, they need to come out.
Why do I feel like I know this guy?
Yeah, we need to get the out of here.
Seriously, oh my god.
My husband and I are paranormal investigators. We lived in Oklahoma. We decided to check out the Joplin Spook.
Freddy was based in look of a real person, or a mixture of the Hat Man and the guy that Wes Craven saw out of his window. And I believe, and the name Freddy Krueger came from one of Wes Craven's high school bullies.
I just turned the car off when my husband said he could hear a conversation coming from the field next to us. We didn't think anyone would be out in the dark and the cold rain just having a conversation. As I looked past my husband toward the field, I saw from the corner of my eye the light shining into the car was being blocked, starting from the left to the right. I quickly turned my head and watched as 1, 2, 3, 4 shadows ran behind the car and completely blocked the light from the yard light. Although he had driven about 100 miles to investigate the spook light, I put the car in gear and noped it out of there after parking for less than 3 minutes.
What? See, if that's real, as much as you get scared, are you going to run from that, or are you going to be like, holy shit, this is what I've been waiting for, what I've been looking for? The Rhode Island legend of Fingernail Freddy? I've never heard of that. Johnny Depp wasn't quite a pirate yet. No, he was not. You drive 100 miles to investigate. You see what you've gone to investigate, and then you just drive out of there. No The fuck are you, Mindseed?
My belief, anyway, is that shadow people don't really have anyone's best interest at heart, and I prefer not to spend time in the company of them.
I've tried Resident Evil, love the games, hate the films. All of them. I've got a Freddy glove up there.
Podrido, la concha de la luz. Digo, linterna. Para que empiece la frente. Dios. Puta que te parió. La puta que te parió.
We've all seen this on Nuke's Top 5, right? All videos exactly like it. Let Zach take a look. I'll hide behind him. That's what Zach is there for. See, I wouldn't run. I'd freeze, I think.
Concha de la lora.
You could see an arm swinging that door then.
Pero como mierda puede ser que no haya nada. Ay.
Yeah, because there was a cut. The potato quality's not helping. But I saw an arm. Sorry, we are live debunking right now. There's the cut. Fucking arm there. There's an arm. Let me go forward. Door shut. Is that the cut? I don't think that was the cut, just poor frame rate. Boom. There's your cut, in that blackness there. It might even be there. Why would you put a cut there when you had the... No, it's just the frame rate, but there's a cut in that darkness there. What a pile of... Bingo bollocks! Who's got bingo bollocks? It's a real shadow hand.
Pero como mierda puede ser que no haya nada. Ay. Ya la tercera vez.
Ay, caramba! Sorry. See if we can work out what that is. I can't tell what that is. Probably somebody throwing a jacket or something. I don't know what that is. The potato quality just can hide so many sins.
In April 2001, Art Bell took a random call on...
I think you've debunked this before. I don't think I've debunked that one before. Maybe Dandalf or the Sheep. A real shadow casted from light. Someone rushed at the toilet because they got the shits.
Coast to Coast AM. The caller told Art a story about shadow people. Nobody had ever heard of shadow people before, at least not by this name, but Art found...
Did anyone get jump scared by the piano, right? Let's have a look at how the poll is doing. Not my poll, the poll. Poll. Ah, so it's changed now. Yes, just the feeling at 44%. Nope. No sleep paralysis at 45%. Saw the hag at 5%. Saw the hat man at 7%. We'll keep that running until this video ends. But you should look into Art Bell. Is that somebody I've been asked to look at before? Probably. Good evening, Don't Scare Clay. Hope you're well. You've got a video tonight, I've checked.
Found the story interesting and asked if anyone else in the audience had a similar encounter. Well, 4,500 stories came in. And last week I asked viewers of the Y-Files to send their
4,500 stories. When you consider 44% of people have said no. 44% people said yes, just the feeling. At then you add the 5%, add the 7%, that's more than the 45% that have seen nothing. So more people have seen than not, or at least had the experience. Which would align with his figures of 4,500 people.
Shadow people stories. We got almost 300 submissions in one day.
Art Bell got way more than you.
Well, of course he did. He's Art Bell.
You're jealous.
I'm not jealous. It's not a competition.
Well, yeah, that's what...
Oh, you can't see the poll anymore. Right, I'll end it then if you can't see it. If I end it, the results will be there. Oh, we're at 44 to 40. Oh, you can see it because somebody just voted. 44 for yes, 44 for no. Yes, 4% yes, saw the hag. 7% yes, saw the hat man. We'll leave it run because it seems that some people are... Maybe you can't see it because you voted.
Someone who loses a competition says.
I'm not competing with Art Bell.
Oh, that's abundantly clear.
Shadow people will fall into...
I just see that comment as well while I was laughing. I saw a hag as a kid, usually screaming stuff like, you'll be late for school.
One of a few types. The first is just a black mist without any form. It may look like a cloud of slowly moving smoke. You know this is a shadow person because you can feel a presence or a negative...
The poll only adds up to 99. What? Right, that's 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. What, 360 votes, but yeah, huh? Maybe people have left after they voted?
...of energy in the room. Next, human-shaped shadows. These shadow people clearly have a body, head, and shoulders, though you can't make out any features. Even though you can't see their face, you still get the sense it's looking at you. Like the black mist shadows, these typically disappear when you look directly at them, and this encounter is the most common.
Oh dear God. The Connect. Oh my God. Never been debunked. Top quality ghost hunt in this. Unless he captures shadow figure on it.
When I was 8, I was experiencing a lot of turmoil in my life due to alcohol.
That was just a cut. When it went into night vision, that was just a cut, and yeah. Paul works on percentages, not numbers. But shouldn't it count 100% of the votes? Oi oi, Naomi. Mara's a good film, but I've seen that.
And abusive
The
father.
Scat Man.
At this point is when the shadow people started appearing. Never doing anything, just watching. It scared me, but I dare not say anything for fear of being beaten.
See, and this is times of stress and things like that. And then seeing things absolutely makes sense. I think Mr. Grey did debunk it, Bucky, yeah. Connect proof, 100% case closed. That's it. Shadow figures are real. Shadow men are real. The hag is real. All of it because of that SLS figure.
As the years passed, my paranormal experiences
But you have to ask why there was no stick figure attached or assigned to it. Or him.
increased to beyond shadow people. I started seeing and interacting with full apparitions. Once I was with my best friend as a teenager, and a man walked up to us and just said, "Everything is going to be okay." He then walked past us and vanished. My friend just stood there speechless and in shock. When I asked him if he knew that man, he said, "Yes, he's my uncle, but he died 2 years ago." As a young man while in the military, I was stationed at Subic Bay Naval Base in the Philippines.
Oh, it's a rounding issue. Why is it totaling 100%? I get you.
There, many of the locals witnessed shadow people and apparitions around me. The Filipinos would get scared and claimed the aswang were following me.
Moving
on. The aswang. Go, Sweeney, thank you for the 21 months. No. No, you cannot.
Up in severity, there's the demonic shadow person. These are considered very dangerous. They're similar to human-shaped shadows, but these have glowing red or yellow eyes. And this creature will speak to you, taunt you, and threaten you and your family. Sometimes the room will smell like sulfur, and often this entity will grab you or even try to strangle you.
That is fucked up. I just had a cold shiver. I don't know why that freaked me out, but it did.
A more specific shadow person is called the Old Hag. This entity takes the shape of an old woman with features that you can see, and she looks like what Western cultures would consider a typical witch.
An asswang. W-A-N-G. Like a nickname for a cock.
Old Hag will paralyze you, climb on top of you, and sometimes try to choke you. And this is another shadow being that you can physically feel. My wife and I are on...
That's the experience I've had a few times. Aswang stories are good, creepy stories taken very seriously in Asian countries. I'm glad I'm not over there.
Vacation in the mountains. In the middle of our first night, I woke up to the sound of whispering.
Because Japan, China and stuff, they take this very, very seriously, don't they? Like mirrors and things like that. Because I'm working on a project about mirrors in relation to the paranormal. Things like Bloody Mary, and obviously that one's a load of shite created by us based on older mythologies and what have you. But I'm looking into doing a deep dive into mirrors and the paranormal.
Coming from a corner of
I've
the
already
room.
started scripting it.
I turned to look and realized I couldn't move. Then I heard footsteps on the carpet, like the sound of feet dragging. Starting to get scared, I desperately tried to move, but I still couldn't. I tried to wake up my wife, but I couldn't speak. Then I felt something sit on the side of my bed. I still couldn't move, but I felt an ice-cold...
Rainbows and beans for tea. That's terrifying. Look out for the gas demons. Thank you for the £2.
Hand on my face and fingers running through my hair. Then I felt hot breath in my ear.
John Boy. I've had a little hag climb on top of me, but she paid me well. You hussy.
And a raspy voice whispered, "Shh." Well, that put me in full-blown panic, but I was still paralyzed. Then I saw it. It was an old woman who looked like a witch. She climbed on top of me and smiled this evil smile. All I could hear was her heavy breath and the sound of my heart pumping through my ears. While holding me down, she...
Oh, it gives me the creeps. I hope the fuck I don't experience that tonight. Oh, what's the horror film about it? And it... Oh, nah. What's the horror film about sleep paralysis and then had it the same night? I know it's not real, but it scared the fuck out of me. Mirrors of the Third Poltergeist are creepy. Mirrors of Kiefer Sutherland. I enjoyed that film. Some good gore effects as well.
She started tearing at my clothes. I don't want to get too graphic, but she was violating. As the terror rose, I fought and fought against her, but this just made her laugh. Finally, I could move, and she was gone. I told my wife what happened. We stayed the next 2 nights on the couch and didn't even go into the bedroom. I was so shaken by the encounter that we ended our trip early. I don't believe in ghosts, and I'm not sure I believe in shadow people, but what happened to me felt real. To this day, I've never been more frightened in my life. Then there's a shadow person known as the Hat Man. He's usually an extremely large shadow creature who wears a wide-brimmed hat. Again, Freddy Krueger was a Hat Man, and sightings of the Hat Man have been increasing. And many people believe that the Hat Man is a warning, a sign of the end of times.
Supernatural episode of Bloody Mary was good. Absolutely. You know that hag. Oh.
My story took place in 2003 when I was 17 years old. I had the single most terrifying experience of my life. I was asleep in my room when I suddenly woke up paralyzed and sensing an unease in the room. Despite being awake, I was unable to move any part of my body except for my eyes. I knew I was awake because I can hear the TV that had been left on in the upstairs living room directly above me. As I scanned the room, I noticed movement to my right in the corner of the room. The figure seemed to appear from the shadows, standing as tall as my ceiling, menacingly hunched.
That was his experience, as he's... Oh! I can't wait to see what he says about this. Richard Thompson regarded research in mirrors in association with paranormal phenomena would definitely pique my interest. It would also reassure my thoughts, especially after YouTube videos frighten the shit out of me. I'll do my best.
Over. It had no noticeable features like eyes or a mouth. The figure was dressed in a tall top hat and slowly floated towards me, its fingers stretching out and seeming to grow in length as they reached out for me. I felt a genuine sense of complete terror wash over me, like I'd never felt before, almost like the feeling of...
Yeah, Jenny J, I've watched about 40 minutes of it, maybe less, because obviously I've been away a lot. I am going to get around to finishing it. I appreciate that.
Dread was being imposed on...
Why do spirits need to wear a hat? Bad hair day.
...me by this being. The entity moved closer and closer, its hand raised in my direction almost in slow motion, and I felt a visceral sense of evil emanating from the figure, a feeling that I had never experienced before and have not felt since. Despite the fear that gripped me, I was also terrified by the intensity of the movement and the eerie, unnatural movement of the shadowy figure. Only when the fear became overwhelmingly intense did I finally snap out of the paralysis. I am a logical, reasonable person, and I did not believe in the paranormal. That is why, after the initial terror left me, I found the whole experience to be rather entertaining.
You fucking psychopath. Why would you find that entertaining? Yoga Nidra can help massively if you experience sleep paralysis. Do it every night. Oh.
I mean, the top hat was just ridiculous. I never once believed that my experience was real, and I thought that I was simply experiencing a waking dream. It wasn't until several years later, when I was watching a documentary on Netflix called The Nightmare, that I started to feel like maybe it wasn't just a hallucination I experienced all those years earlier. After several minutes into this documentary, someone was recounting their paralysis experience, and they showed a sketch of what they had experienced. To my shock and disbelief, this sketch was the exact same Hatman figure that I had seen nearly 10 years earlier. I mean, exact same.
See, that's the bit that freaks me out. Why do so many of us see the same thing?
How is this possible? I paused the show, completely frozen in disbelief, as for the first time I knew that I had experienced something otherworldly that...
That's a scene from Nightmare on Elm Street. That's Freddy at the boiler house. I recognize that. I don't care how blurry you make it. Just changed my sleep position. Never had anything like it again. Come to think of it, I've only ever had sleep paralysis laying on my back. Huh. I wonder if your sleep position actually plays a part. I don't ever recall having sleep paralysis where I wasn't sleeping on my back. Right, we're going to close this poll and we're going to start another one. So this is for all you guys that have had sleep paralysis. Right, we're going to end the poll. So, 44% yes, just the feeling of sleep paralysis. 45% with nope, none at all. 4% saw the hag and 7% saw the hat man. So we're going to end that poll and I'm going to do another one. 388 votes. Let's go. Appreciate that. Oh, you had sleep paralysis. Sleeping. How am I going to word this? Have you ever had sleep paralysis? sleeping in a position other than your back. There you go, that'll do. Right, have you had sleep paralysis, sleep in a position other than your back? So, yes, you have. Somebody's had sleep paralysis not sleeping on their back. You get it no matter which way you sleep. Nicola Proctor, thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate it. If I sleep on my back, I always have bad dreams. Ah. Don't become a shadow beard. Sorry. You'll always be because of the backwards hat and the fucking flyaway sideburns until my hair grows out. Kaylee Raven Jones, thank you for the $4.99. The power of suggestion, seeds planted from internet. That's how people... See, I experienced the hag long before the internet was a thing, or at least the internet was a thing that I could watch. Now, given that I was scared of Freddy Krueger, shouldn't I have seen a Hat Man? Not, although I did used to dream about Freddy Krueger as well, but in full red and green glory.
Others were apparently also experiencing. Seeing a shadowy human figure was easy for me to attribute to some sort of common psychological...
You've had it on your stomach? Only on your stomach? Oh. Mum got it when she slept on the left side. The doc told her it was extra pressure on her heart. Good sleep paralysis, no shadow person. Ah. We had a screaming and no sound coming out. I've had that. You try to scream and it's like you can barely hear a gurgle in your own throat, or like a... Like the air is oh fucking hell, it's making me feel
human
awful.
Manifestation. But the commonality of that very...
Poll didn't come through. It has. People are voting on it. 41% yes, 59% no.
Unique top hat, which held no significance to me, was impossible to explain and shook me to my...
Yeah, I had sleep paralysis long before I mean, apart from Nightmare on Elm Street, Alien and Terminator, Predator.
Core.
The Hat Man is a type of shadow being, but he has some traits that make him unique. Obviously, the most notable feature of the Hat Man shadow entity is his hat.
Oh, is it? It's not his button-down cut.
Sorry, there you go. I had sleep paralysis since I was a kid. I'm 64 years old. Way, way, way before the internet. Dandalf, it's a shame you've only just joined in, because I'm pretty sure that 3 of these Shadow Men clips that have been included in this video, you've debunked.
Cardigan sweater.
The type of hat varies by culture. Some say it's a fedora like Freddy Krueger. Some say it's a top hat. In South America, they say he wears a gaucho hat. But regardless of who sees him, the hat is always wide-brimmed. Sometimes the Hat Man has glowing eyes. Witnesses say he wears a cloak or a trench coat. He's always tall. Sometimes he stands over 10 feet high. One thing everyone agrees on, seeing the Hat Man is bad news.
We were living in a house where a lady hung herself from the rafters of the living room.
Yes, Standoff. We think so. I think one chat thought I debunked, and I know I hadn't. I debunked it live, but a few people said that it was you that did it years ago. And Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. We had a brief discussion about the little sheet pull, or the black bin bag pull. It's The Undertaker from WWE. Sleep paralysis supposed to be a mechanism to stop people acting out their dreams. Stupid bank holidays, no idea what day it is. Tuesday. Imagine if it was a fez. Oh, come on.
Upstairs was condemned. Used to be 2 apartments. There was so much activity up there, you would have thought the apartments were occupied. Once the landlord came to fix a leak from up there, I told him about the activity. He said, no way anyone is up there. It's locked. It's impossible. I told him there's constant walking around, constant banging, like someone is moving furniture. A couple of days later, my wife and I started hearing the sound of one of those springy things that stop the door from hitting the wall. Just over and over again. Brown, brown.
It's a cat. You've got a cat. Dandalf, have you ever experienced sleep paralysis? I know you missed the poll earlier. Have you ever had it? Lord Beagle, how you doing?
And it's right behind our door. We open the door and the noise is still happening. But there's no springy thing.
Okay,
nowhere for the noise to be coming from. But it's still happening. We looked at each other baffled.
Cat in the attic.
After 2 minutes of the noise, it stops. The broom is leaning behind the bunk bed, and it flies out and falls over. The dog is spooked, and right then the trash can slides about 5 feet, stopping right before the dog. He freaks and he's ready to get out of the room.
This is a Nuke's Top 5 clip in text format.
Later in the night, our 3-year-old daughter wants to sleep.
In France, the Hatman wears a beret. Right, you are joking now, right?
With us. She's in the middle of my wife and I, and at exactly 3 a.m. I'm woken up, and standing over me is the tallest shadow person I've ever seen. Our roof is 8 feet, and he was hunched over staring to...
I voted yes on the paralysis. Sleep paralysis used to be just the fear and thinking something was in the room. I was lucky not to see... Yeah, I saw the woman, or the hag. Yeah.
Directly at me. He had a top hat on, and you can see the white in his eyes. And he grinned, and I saw white in his mouth, like teeth. So naturally covered my head and grabbed my baby girl and wife. Looked about 3 to 4 minutes later, and he was gone. Scared the bejesus out of me.
The Hatman can create or is attracted to negative energy, bad luck, illness.
I haven't had it in a while now. When they come now, it's because they've happened so often. Within a few seconds, I know what's happening. It goes away. See, I have had sleep paralysis. Last time I had it was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I woke up and that sense of impending doom was over me. The feeling like I was being watched. And then I tried to wake Mrs. Geek up and nothing would come out. Then the panic set in. And then my brain kicked into, it's just sleep paralysis. It's a dream. Stop panicking. It'll be fine. It didn't work. It didn't work. It just got worse and worse. And eventually I think I fell asleep. Still like in the paralysis. It was probably only a couple of seconds, but to me it felt like it was ages. I could hear Mrs. Geek breathing. I could kind of see her out of the corner of my eye. Horrible. If I have sleep paralysis tonight, I'm fucking suing me for watching this.
Even death follow the Hatman.
I saw the Hatman in 2003. I was lying in bed ready to go to sleep with my boyfriend beside me. I was laying there and looked up and saw the Hatman standing behind the door. I had never heard about the Hatman or shadow people, and I thought I was seeing things, when that it was because I had taken a sleeping pill that night.
Does that not sound like Mrs. Boo Productions? Exactly what you just described there, Beardo. It's horrible. Horrible. Heart arrhythmia? There's nothing wrong with my heart. Certainly not when I was a child. But I don't have the... I haven't had sleep paralysis in a long time. I haven't had night terrors in years. I haven't sleepwalked since I was about mid-20s. I used to have a lot of sleep issues. So that, although I did have about a waking up one night a few weeks back, didn't have fear, just couldn't lift my head off the pillow. It was a paralysis moment, but nothing like the old days. What if that could have been linked to the stress you were going through at the time, Dandalf?
I said, there's a man behind the door. My boyfriend said, shut up and go to sleep. That should tell you how concerned about it we were. I eventually went to sleep and thought nothing else about it. My boyfriend died in his sleep later that year. It was within a few months of this happening.
I mean, coincidence. But it'd scare the shit out of you, wouldn't it? You know, in the UK, does the Hatman wear one of the fuzzy hats the Royal Guard wear? No. Could have been the stress. I'm not an ADHD. I know a lot of people are convinced I have ADHD, but I don't. I've been tested. I don't. I'm just a bit weird.
Sometimes the Hatman brings visions of a future apocalypse. Some people who've seen him said he showed them a dark future, nuclear war, worldwide disease, and famine. And the Hatman sometimes gets attached to entire families, where multiple people can see him. And once he latches on, it's almost impossible to get rid of him. Some people even see him away from their homes, and in daylight.
This happened to me 10 years ago when I was a teenager. I was sitting alone at the kitchen table eating. Then a sense of dread and downright paralysis came over me, and I was compelled to look at the kitchen door. Right there, I can clearly see the shadow of a man with a hat and glowing yellow eyes. I could only watch, not being able to move a muscle. His face was practically a shadow, but I felt him smile in a condescending manner. And just like that, He rounded the corner and disappeared. I'm 100% sure of what I saw. My case cannot be discounted as sleep paralysis because I was wide awake. It was broad daylight around 2 or 3 p.m.
So who is the Hat Man? What?
Rex Nemo, appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. I just read something up there then about medications and stuff. When I broke my back the second time, I was given Oromorph and diazepam, codeine, stomach lining tablets, and diclofenac, and I used to take a cocktail of them. My sleep paralysis and my night terrors were the worst they'd ever been at that point when I was on all of our medication. To the point, I used to hallucinate that my wallpaper was morphing into things, and then people wonder why I refuse to take painkillers.
Are shadow people? Some say ghosts. Some say they're from another time or another dimension. Others say they're from another planet.
Stop blaming the aliens for everything, goddammit.
There is no consensus among paranormal researchers as to what shadow people are, but the theories are interesting. The obvious theory is that shadow people are ghosts, and when they appear, it's a kind of
diazepam.
Haunting. But ghosts typically reveal themselves as light or energy, not shadow. And ghosts usually have defined features and clothing, so I don't think that's right. Another theory is that the shadows are astral projections of people who are having out-of-body experiences. I disagree with this one too. People who report seeing astral bodies or astral projections describe them more like ghosts than shadows. Astral projections usually have features and are usually light, not dark. A very interesting theory is that shadow people are interdimensional travelers. Maybe the shadows are actually people from other dimensions or realities and are here to observe. Maybe the shadow person you see is actually you from another dimension or another timeline. A common theory is that shadow people are demons. Christians who see the Hat Man have no doubt that he is a demon or the devil himself. And there's everybody's favorite theory, that shadow people are aliens. There are many shadow people.
Always the aliens. They get the blame for everything. I'm glad you've got your tinfoil hat on. If you're later to the chat, Possum Pete has decided to get in on the action and wearing his tinfoil hat. Also have very realistic dreams. I'm beginning to wonder if we move into different dimensions of the worlds when we dream. That was a discussion on the Paranormal Monkey podcast with like the threads and lucid dreaming and stuff. Freaks me out.
People encounters where the entity has large eyes and a small mouth. Some people who've seen this type of shadow being say once they focus, it becomes less like a shadow and more like a creature that's actually there. Also, reports of shadow people sightings are extremely common among alien abductees. Maybe the aliens are checking up on their experiment, or maybe abductions begin with the alien emerging from the shadows to take them away. Alien abductees sometimes report.
What's the TARDIS? You've clearly not watched Doctor Who. It is his time-traveling spaceship. Bigger on the inside.
Report shadow people as being blue shadows and not very tall. And blue shadows are seen outside just as often as they're.
Listen, if Zach Dickhead Bagans has claimed that aliens and shadow people are the same thing, I'm not even taking it into account. The man's an idiot.
Seen inside. Some people believe the aliens are using a cloaking device or other technology that gives them a shadowy appearance. This technology also helps them walk through walls or disappear completely. Encounters with shadow people feel so real that those who see them question their own sanity. This is why many, if not most, shadow being encounters go unreported. The big question is there a logical, rational, scientific explanation for shadow people? Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Here we go. Here comes the debunks. Be able to read that question again. Wasn't it Zach Bagans? I don't know if it was him. I can't stand him. TARDIS is just around the corner of the street. What? Weeping Angels used to scare my daughter. The TARDIS is what me and my children called Portaloos for years. Dr. Pooh and his TARDIS.
We usually think of being asleep and being awake as two distinct and clearly defined states. And usually they are. But inside your brain, that line can be a bit blurry. When you're dreaming, most...
Oh, sorry, I read it wrong. Right, that's why Sierra... Oh, right.
Your brain thinks you're awake. If you're dreaming that you're running, playing a sport, or any physical activity, your brain thinks this is really happening. and your muscles want to engage with whatever you're dreaming about. Obviously, trying to slay a dragon full of orcs while you're tucked in next to the wife would be a problem.
Go ahead and tell him you're speaking from personal experience.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, Hecklefish has got a TARDIS.
You know, wearing all that armor to bed isn't helping your sex life.
I said leave it alone.
And it's beyond me how anyone can sleep in a wooden codpiece.
Okay, that's enough. So while you dream, your brain switches off your muscles. This is called muscle atonia. Involuntary muscles still work, breathing, heartbeat, digestion, peristalsis, but voluntary motor functions are shut down. This shutdown occurs during hypnagogia, the transition from wakefulness to sleep. During hypnopompia, the transition to being awake, your muscles are turned back on. You're asleep during this process so you don't notice it, but sometimes the brain's wires get crossed and you're conscious while your muscles are shutting down. Have you ever been drifting off to sleep, then suddenly you jerk or kick? This happens when your
I heard Dean Bailey jerks when he's in bed.
brain is out of sync with your sleep cycle. You slipped into a dream before your brain had a chance to completely shut down your muscles. You'll notice this happening more often when you're overtired. But sometimes your brain gets so out of sync that you can suffer from sleep paralysis. This is when you are fully conscious while your muscles are switched off. You're completely awake, but you can't move. You can't turn your head. You can't speak. All you can do is...
Someone once started in the kitchen from the living room. Day we moved next door told me about a teen that unalived in the... Ooh. What did you miss? Pretty much all of it.
move your eyes, and sometimes you can't even do that. Sleep paralysis...
The restless leg I get when I used to take painkillers, which is another reason why I stopped it. Tomato. Is this about my sunburn again?
Usually just lasts for a few seconds, but sometimes it can go on for a few minutes. And this can be terrifying. During sleep paralysis, sometimes you see and hear things that aren't there. These are hypnagogic hallucinations. And remember, even though you're awake, you're still close enough to the dream state that your brainstem can activate the dream mechanism and conjure all kinds of things. So the hallucinations can feel very real. Not only can you have visual and auditory hallucinations, you can experience somesthetic hallucinations. This is when your body can feel something that isn't there. The cherry on top of this horrible experience is the negativity that occurs. There aren't a lot of happy stories about sleep paralysis. This is because when you're sleeping, your brain has a deficit of the neurotransmitters serotonin and dopamine. This causes low mood, depression, and fear. The reason shadow people encounters sound so similar is that humans are all built pretty much the same way. It would be logical for us to hallucinate the same things. But those who believe in shadow people think there's more going on than just sleep paralysis. The encounters described are too similar. Regardless of age, religion, or culture, people see the same shadow beings.
And that's what that's the bit that stops me being 100%, is like, why do so many people see the same thing?
Believers say shadow entities appear while we're sleeping because that's when we're most vulnerable. So let's all hope that sleep paralysis creates shadow people, because I can think of nothing more frightening than it being the other way around. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. My name is AJ, that's Hecklefish. This has been the Y-Files. If you had fun or learned anything, do us a favor and subscribe, like, share, comment. That stuff really helps the channel. And like most topics we cover on this channel, today's topic was recommended by you. So if there's a story you'd like to see or learn more about, go to theyfiles.com/tips. Special thanks to our Patreon members. I can't thank you enough for making this channel possible. If you'd like to support the channel, consider...
Guys, please hit the link pinned to the top of the chat. Go and check out the Y-Files. Subscribe, like the video, leave comments. It's the right thing to do. I really enjoy reacting to stuff that's not absolute bollocks, you know? It's such a nice welcome change. Dean, thank you. Thank you for suggesting that video. I really enjoyed that. I've just got this horrible feeling I'm getting sleep paralysis tonight. Pete is safe because he's got his hat on. Half asleep, you hear a whip or a doorbell, a snap or clap. See, I don't know how true this is. Right, off you go. You're my head in. Too noisy. I've heard people say that when you're dreaming, you can't dream that like the TV or the radio is on. because electronics don't work in your dreams. And I'm sure I've dreamt and electronics are working. That was really good tonight. I mean, again, I'm still sat here like, yeah, it's a really good night and a really good stream, but it's all the Wi-Fi's work. I'm leeching off him. Right, so the last poll we did. Have you had sleep paralysis, sleeping in a position other than your back? No. 62%. 38% of people, yes. So most people, it's sleeping on their back. And until he was brought up in the chat, I didn't realise the only place, or the only position I've ever experienced sleep paralysis is on my back. You can't turn a light on and off. Try it in a dream if you can. I've watched TV loads of times in my dreams. A bit annoying, really, because I can never remember what I watched in the dream. Right, we'll end that poll there. 62%. Interesting. Bullshit. Listen to radios and other transmissions regularly in my dreams. Yeah, I thought I had. It's true that I have dreams with electronics in, mate. But not get any nightmares. See, that's the sort of thing that it's going to play on my brain tonight. I know it is. Could do with some of the devil's lettuce. Make sure I sleep. You look at your hands and you will have more or less fingers. Never 5 digits. Is that true? Keely Raven Jones, thank you for the $9.99. I had giggling coming from my wardrobe while in between sleep and awake. I swear I saw my daughter running across the landing on all four. Oh, when I got to check, she was fast asleep. I had a full-on done a poo. Thank you for the $9.99 and that really horrible, creepy story. I don't like that. Just can't read words. I'll dream I'm reading and go back and look and the page is blank. Never see yourself in... I never see myself in my dreams, but I do have a fantastic... I have a recurring dream where I'm basically climbing a tree and I fall, but instead of falling down, I fall up. It's like I'm uncontrollably floating and suddenly I'll drop. And then I'm trying to control, almost like flying, but out of control, and then I'll swoop back up, and I get it quite often. Or sometimes it'll be like I've gone skydiving and things like that. It's fucking bizarre. I don't know why I get that so often. I had my name called out of nowhere by no one. That's freaky. There's probably some logical explanations for most of it. You've had dreams of computer monitors. Everyone watch something funny before sleep. Do you know what? I might go watch Nightmare on Elm Street. That'd be cool. How did you get up there? I fell. Sounds like the people who dream a lot experience sleep paralysis more. Don't dream, never had it. Ah, true. Every time I look in the mirror in a dream, I have a head full of hair, and I'm not joking when I say this. Do you know what? I also dream a lot about losing my teeth, given recent events. Maybe I was seeing the future. I sleep more on my sides than my back and stomach. Thank you for the 8 months, Tim Traveller. But do you experience paralysis? I can't sleep on my stomach because it's too big. True story. I can sleep on my left side. I can't sleep on my right. Is it? Yeah, I can sleep on my left side. So if I sleep on my right side, I get heartburn and my neck locks, and I wake up in agony with my neck. Take the dog out to you guys later. Appreciate it, Ferret. Thank you very, very much. Have you ever had the falling sensation while being... I've had it while I'm falling asleep. But normally I get the opposite of the falling sensation. It's like I'm uncontrollably flying. I've had teeth falling out my dream. Yeah, I've also had dreams about when I had long hair, waking up and I've gone to trim my hair. I've gone to trim my hair and it's all gone like a bowl cut, and I've gone to trim my beard and it's all just randomly fallen out or gone. Weird. Teeth dreams are some of the worst. Yeah. The fact that I get them and then fucking lost my front tooth. Bastard guy. Fucking Ben and Jerry's. I'm going to sue them. I can't sue Ben and Jerry's. It wasn't their fault. My teeth are fucked anyway. Right, let me grab the link for Don't Scare Claire. Replace pinned message. So we are going to end in just, well, under 10 minutes. Bingo wings flying, Beardo. PBR John, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you for bringing us the fun Beardo mods. But guys, please do go check out the Y-Files. It's absolutely such a fun channel. Really enjoying it. Any dreams of being chased? Not so often. Lateith thing happened in real life a few months back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember slightly mocking you for your lost crown. And then I broke my front tooth. You should look up the meanings of the dreams you have repeatedly. Actually, Sam that's in chat, killer of fruit flies, there was a recurring dream I had when I was in college and I asked her about it because she was into dreams and stuff. And she basically explained this dream that I had walking in a corridor and the corridor twisting and I kept sliding and couldn't... Really? Now you want to play up? And it was basically because of the position I was in my life where basically my life was kind of out of control. My dreams were just telling me that. Which made sense. Dude, bro. Absolutely.
Dude, bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
Do a poll tomorrow to show many of us experienced night terrors tonight. Joe, that's a really good idea, Occult Life. I think I disguised it well in the video. Do you know what? I don't like it when my moustache starts growing into my mouth and it's this long, but it hides the broken tooth. Smart, Beardo. I'll just have to be a scruffy bastard. You have claustrophobic dreams. I don't think I've ever had a claustrophobic dream. My significant other was dreaming he was fighting one night. Reached over to wake him. He grabbed my hand and, well, got a fractured wrist. Jesus. Leroy, good night. Beardo, Mrs. Geek, and I went to a music festival, one of my dreams. Weird shit. Seg just dropped the video on Twin Paranormal. Wasn't that yesterday? I've heard that losing teeth in dreams something to do with being scared of maturing. Sounds about right for me. Thanks for scaring me tonight. You're very welcome, Jennifer Taylor. Annoyingly, I've dreamt about a few ex-girlfriends the last few weeks. Those types of dreams, Dandalf. I've had... There's people I've... I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I've had dreams about people that I've lost contact with. I'll just say, not anyone that's died. People that I miss a lot, but they don't age in my dreams, and they really do upset me. Fucking horrible. You don't sleep... Yeah, Dean, you sleep less than I do. I mean, last night I had 3 hours again. Gonna be terrified of the Hat Man tonight now. It's okay, we can all go and watch Don't Scare Claire for the Welsh... what have you called it? Is it the Welsh Amateurville? Evil forces tormented this family for years. I know the story. Just from the thumbnail and the Welsh Amateurville line. It's the Heilfanog Witch Farm, right? I'm sure that will put everyone at ease. Because honestly, it's an amazing story. When we came back from the bike rally this weekend, I was trying to find Heilfanog on the way home because I wanted to stop there and put the drone up, and then realised didn't have my drone, didn't have anything. Losing teeth equals anxiety over losing something important and close to you. Yeah, my teeth. Dreamt that I'm back at school and uni and I don't know my timetable. Killer of fruit flies. That was real life for me in school. I still don't know my timetables. My story isn't much better. The story giving me nightmares too. Welsh Amateurville, interesting name. Yeah, I know. It does my head in with the UK or the England Amateurville. I'm like, Amateurville was in a place, but I get it. But the Heilfanog Witch Farm story is incredible. The whole thing with the electricity and then the painting. I'm not going to get into it. I know a lot about that story. I've wanted to cover it myself. But I'm glad Don't Scare Claire has covered it because she does a much better job than my fat ass. Keep having dreams with my friend and father, and in the dream I'm aware they're dead and they talk to me as if they know what is going on in my life. Weird. Place like electricity bill and they can never figure it out. That's the one. Late for school a few weeks back in a dream. Left school in the 90s. Yeah, 1990. Is it 1996 I left school? I think it was 1996. Was it 97? No, 96 I left school. Tape Library covered it. Tape Library's on my list of to watch. Also love Peter Law. Peter Laws is an epic channel. Epic channel. I really enjoy Peter Law's stuff. Danny Robbins podcast. Yeah, Danny Robbins podcast on it was brilliant. Oh, sorry, just before we end, obviously, do you remember fucking a year and a half ago, I covered the Battersea Poltergeist? Because I've listened to the podcast 3 or 4 times. I find it enthralling. Well, the lady from the Battersea Poltergeist actually watched the video and commented on it. If you find that episode, it's the pinned comment. Shirley from the Battersea Poltergeist actually commented on it, and hopefully I'm going to get in touch with Shirley to discuss it a little bit more. So, what's the name of this story, please? Don't Scare Claire's story is linked at the top of the chat if you want to watch her take on it. But there's also the Danny Robbins podcast. It was before he did Uncanny, and it's called the Heel Fenog Witch Farm. Don't ask me to spell Heel Fenog, because I can't. Battersea Poltergeist and the Battersea Poltergeist is my favourite haunted house tale. Really is. Would it be wrong of me to dream about my ex-wife? It's just your brain. You can't stop what your brain does. It's part of your memories. So a lot of dreams are to do with your memories and sort in your memories. As far as I know, getting hold of Shirley would be awesome. Yeah, obviously when Kieran O'Keefe said he watches the channel, I was like, that's cool. You know, all right, there's a bit more than that. But to have Shirley comment was just like, holy shit. I mean, and obviously she's still doing really well. Ask Kieran all about it on Monday. Yeah, I mean, Kieran was obviously heavily involved in it. I think it would be spelt... I think that's how it would be spelt. I might be wrong. I dream of my fiancée that passed away all the time. Yeah, that's your memories. And I believe it's your brain sorting your memories. Can I get a rara for Elisa and Isaac, please? Absolutely. Elisa, Isaac, rar. 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 Does feel bad, but it's not like control your dream. No, you can't control your dreams. I mean, you can with lucid dreaming. I've tried. I've never been able to do it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm thick. Right then, everybody. Don't Scare Claire's video will be going live in 4 minutes. So we're going to start sending everyone over. Thank you all so much for the gifted memberships, for the re-memberships. Is that the right word? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to that troll who could talk about nothing about farting. Thank you to Occult Life Media for the raid at the beginning. I really appreciate it. And thank you everyone that's chilling out, hanging out, got involved in the polls and things. These Tuesday streams are so much fun. I didn't look at the numbers, but somebody said we were up over 500 people watching again, which is absolutely incredible. Please go and check out Don't Scare Claire. Please go and check out the Y-Files, because without them making such awesome content, I wouldn't have the reaction videos. Yes, there will be Pew Pews tomorrow at 2 PM. I may even go live at 12 if I can get my editing for Thursday's video done. Maybe, because I'm trying to get one out for Saturday as well. I mean, HauntX TV coming in the last minute. Tisk, we're ending. Go check out all of those channels. Go check out Mr. Grey. Go check out HauntX TV, because I believe Friday they have video of the visit to, Jesus Christ, the Skirrid Inn, where myself, Mrs. Geek, Justin from the Paranormal Monkey podcast, Weird Fox, one of the Paranormal Monkey podcasts moderators, where we had the venue to ourselves for the night. So go and check that out on Friday. Much love to you all. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your evening. Beardo out.
Can I get a roll? Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a roll. Can I get a roll? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a beer dough whenever he's live. With those tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a roll? You can get a roll. The object of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates.
You're still here? Go and watch Don't Scare Claire. Jesus. How does a ghost unlock a door? Wait, where's my button? Ha! Using the spooky. Spooky? Get it?